Hi, first grade. Happy Thursday, and welcome back to Balanced Literacy. Today we are going to be reading Henry and Mudge, the first book. Now, today we're going to still focus on some writing strategies that an expert writer, Cynthia Rylant, who writes the series Henry and Mudge, some writing strategies that she uses in her own series, her realistic fiction series, that you can also try to use in your books as well. So today I want to teach you that Cynthia Rylant uses making the action exciting and describing the setting. She does this in her own realistic fiction books. So today we're going to be on the lookout for when she makes an action exciting and when she describes the setting. If we come across any of those or either of those in the chapters we're reading today, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up and we'll talk about some of them. All right, let's get started. If I can just find the chapter, let's see, here it is. One day, Mudge took a walk without Henry. The sun was shining, the birds were flying, the grass smelled sweet. Mudge couldn't wait for Henry, so he left. Wow, friends, I'm noticing here that Cynthia Rylant is really describing this setting. She's describing what it looked like and how it smelled. This really helps us visualize, make that picture in our mind, how Mudge's walk looked. Wow, she does a great job of that. He went down one road, sniffing the bushes, then the other road, kicking up dust. He went through a field, across a stream, into some pine trees. And here I'm noticing, I agree, that Cynthia Rylant, she's making Mudge's actions exciting by adding more details. So she's kind of doing both of the strategies that we talked about. She's making his actions exciting by adding more detail. She's not just saying he ran around. No, she's saying he ran down one road and he sniffed the bushes, then another road and he was kicking up all this dust. She's making this super exciting for the reader, us, to read this. She makes it very enjoyable. Then, and when he came out on the other side, he was lost. Oh no, there seems to be another problem in this story. Not only was Henry lonely in the beginning, now Mudge is lost. He couldn't smell Henry. He couldn't smell his front porch. He couldn't smell the street he lived on. Mudge looked all around and didn't see anything or anyone he knew. Seeing that pattern again. He couldn't smell Henry. He couldn't smell his front porch. He couldn't smell the street he lived on. She's including a pattern as well. He whined a little, alone without Henry. Then he lay down, alone without Henry. He missed Henry's bed. I think Mudge is feeling kind of scared and sad right now. Henry thought Mudge would be with him always. He thought Mudge made everything safe. He thought Mudge would never go away. And when Mudge did go away, when Henry called and called, but Mudge didn't come, Henry's heart hurt and he cried for an hour. But when he finished crying, Henry said, "Mudge loves me. He wouldn't leave. He must be lost." Uh-oh, I wonder what Henry's going to do next. Let's find out. So Henry walked and walked, and he called and called, and he looked and looked for his dog Mudge. He walked down one road, then down another. This always happens. I'm not sure why. He walked down one road, then down another road. The sun shone as Henry ran through a field, calling and calling. Wow, friends. I'm noticing that Cynthia Rylant also here is making Henry's actions really exciting. He's walking, he's calling, he's looking. She didn't just write, Henry looked for Mudge. No, she made it really exciting. That would be so boring if she just wrote, Henry looked for Mudge. This makes it super exciting to read. And I know that I can't wait to see what happens next because she's writing so well and with so much detail. The birds flew past as he stood beside a stream, calling and calling. And the tears fell again as he looked at the empty pine trees for his lost dog. Mudge, he called one last time. Friends, now I want you to notice. What are you seeing on these? Let's see. Yep. What have you noticed that Cynthia Rylant has done on these 2 pages? What has she done in her writing? What has she done in her writing? What writing strategy has she maybe used that we were talking about, or maybe a different writing strategy? Once you know, go ahead and whisper it into your hands. And then go ahead and shout it out. I'll listen. All right, I heard some of you say that Cynthia Rylant described the setting here, and she did. She talked about how the birds were flying past and where Henry was standing and what he was doing there. So she really did describe that setting. And then on this page also, she made his action kind of exciting. Even though his action of crying, Henry crying, is sad, and it is a sad part in the book, she did add some excitement to it. And she said his tears fell and he looked at the pine trees. So she's adding that detail to make it more exciting. All right, let's read the last page of the chapter. And Mudge woke up from his lonely sleep, then came running. Oh my goodness. I wonder what's going to happen next. Really quick before we are finished, go ahead and make a prediction. What do you think will happen next if Mudge is running? I bet we will find out. We will have to find out next week. I hope you all enjoyed reading the next 2 chapters of Henry and Mudge, the first book, with me. I know I had a lot of fun today, and I hope that you maybe want to try some of these writing strategies we talked about. I know I have been looking at all of my students' writing and talking with all of your teachers, and we are super impressed with how well you guys are writing. Your stories have been amazing, and we love reading all of them. All right, thank you for reading with me today. I hope you all have a fabulous long weekend, and make sure you have lots of fun and get outside and run around. All right, bye everyone. Have a good weekend.